Hello everyone, I'm going to show you the plugins and settings I use for vocals. This is the project of the album of my band, CONTRA. It's not the final version of the project of CONTRA, it's the previous version, but vocals have exactly the same settings in this project than in the older one. This project is especially made for metal, so most of the settings are a bit aggressive. And I know I have said this 1000 times, but as soon as we finish some details in the album, I will upload a free download of all the songs of the album. So, well, let's begin. As you see, I have 4 vocal tracks, voice 1, voice 2, ST from stereo, B1 and B1 ST, and all of them have the same settings, but the ST tracks which have stereo imaging. I'll show you later. So now we are going to see the main vocals, which, as you see, it only has one compressor, nothing else. One compressor with very aggressive settings. Take care, the settings I'm going to show you in a moment are made for metal, for thrash metal with some death metal. So if your style is not so aggressive, you may use less compression than what I'm going to show you now. I use a very high compression of about 12 to 15 dBs, so it's very aggressive. And here you have the settings. I'm going to press play and you will see how many dBs it's compressing just the vocals. As you see, it compresses a lot of dBs, but this way I don't have any peaks of vocals and I can make a louder mix. And with the makeup I get an output level of the compressor of about 8 dBs. But don't worry, because this track goes to another group track, which have another plugins I'll show you later. And now I'm going to show you the plugins and settings of the stereo tracks, ST tracks, which have some stereo imaging which give the vocals a lot of depth. It sounds really good. And it's very important, take care if you use any stereo plugins, you have to put the vocals in a stereo track. If you put the stereo plugins in a mono track, all the stereo effect is going to be gone. The track will convert the audio to mono, so you will lose all the stereo effect you are going to add. So, as a reminder, very important, if you are going to use stereo effects, use them in a stereo track. And now I'm going to show you this. You are going to hear first the main vocals, which are in mono, and then when the other part comes, it will sound in stereo. It will have some stereo effect. So, check it out. As you see, this stereo effect makes great choruses. And I'll show you how I make this. The stereo track has exactly the same plugin and same settings than the other one, the compressor with the same settings, as you see, but I also have used the isotope zone 4 with stereo imaging enabled. What this module of this plugin does is to expand the sound. I have the widening settings set to the middle, more or less, but what really makes the difference is this. These numbers below indicates the milliseconds of delay which each frequency range has. So what it makes is that some frequencies sound in one side and a little bit earlier, and other frequencies sound in the other side and a little bit later. Here you see the graphic of the widening. Well, you see a lot of points in each side, so it's good. And now I'm going to show you the difference in this part of the song with and without the effect. I'm going to use the effect just in the second part of these vocals, and you are going to hear the difference. As you see, it sounds great for some vocals. You will hear it better with headphones, so if you are using a radio you may lose some of the stereo effect. And now I'm going to show you the group track, where all vocals are going. So here I have these plugins. The last is a limiter. And as you see, it's just to cut the peaks of the audio. And then I have another isotope zone 4, but in this case with EQ, I have cut some very low frequencies so it sounds cleaner, and I have added some bright at around 2000-3000 Hz. And I have a harmonic exciter plus some harmonics in the high frequencies, especially about 2000 Hz. The harmonic exciter sounds really good, but if you push too much some harmonics, it will sound distorted, it will clip and it will be really dirt. So adjust it just slightly. And those are all the effects I have used in vocals. As you see, I haven't used any reverb or delay or something, because all vocals are very aggressive. We don't make any clean vocals. We are too heavy for clean vocals. No, yeah, just joking. So well, for clean vocals I used to put some reverb or delay, but that's not the case. In our case, just for hard, powerful vocals, reverb used to make the vocals some less clear, more dirty. So for thrash or death metal vocals, I never use any kind of reverb or anything. Just in some cases, especially in some choruses, but it depends mostly of the song. And now I'm going to give you this little present, because you deserve it. I'm going to give you the link to the final version of this song, the album version. We have already finished all the details of the album, so it's ready. And get ready, because in a few days I will give you the link for the free download of all the songs of the album, 13 awesome metal songs. And well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this and it was useful for you, and as usual, see ya! One more time! I used to make it with fry skin because it's less loud and my neighbors don't get afraid of me. But now I'm in the studio and I can scream all I want. It's over.